actually foods that are better for burning fat loss? Or is that just kind of this internet guru bullshit? Today on Protein Power, I'm going to break it down for you. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the real deal shit that you got to know. And then I'll tell you how to actually do it, okay? How you can actually get the same results without any of this bullshit, alright? This is Protein Power. I'm Ryan Milton. Every single Monday, I'm right here giving you the power to handle your own damn nutrition. You know, we're talking about things on burning fat, building muscle, everything, meal prep, macros, all that, to get you where you want to be with your nutrition, your health, and fitness goals in general. Please make sure you subscribe, and if you get anything out of the video, as always, share it. I'm doing these as a value add, as a free give back for you, and my only goal is to help more people. So if you share it, it helps more people. All right, thank you for watching again. Protein Power, every single Monday, we'll be right here. Subscribe and share. All right, so let's talk. Let's talk a little bit, okay? I've seen on the internet countless times by countless coaches, countless gurus, all these infographics, all these different competitors and, you know, people that are selling their ebooks and all this shit saying that there's specific foods you can actually eat that are going to help you burn fat over other ones. And every time I see this, you know, it's like on an infographic, one of those little posts that everybody reposts, or it's like, get my free ebook to know how to get the fat loss foods, and I'm like, this is just a big scam, right? This is literally, that's just a big scam that people are running on you to sell you into some supplement, to sell you into some meal plan, to sell you into some shit that isn't going to work for you, okay? And that's the simple, honest truth. Like, that stuff, there is no foods that burn fat better than any other food, okay? When we look at the real science of fat loss and what it takes, there is no like, hey, guess what? Avocados, they burn fat better than fucking donuts do. Hey, there's fucking brown rice, it burns fat better than white rice does. Those things don't exist. That doesn't exist, because you know how the body works? Ladies and gentlemen, the body works based on calories in your body versus calories out of your body. There is no magical, mystic fucking little creature that sits inside your stomach that says, you know what? Well, we just know Ryan just ate some brown rice, so burn some fat. Oh, actually, wait, he just ate white rice, store some fat. You know what? Ryan just ate a fucking donut versus a piece of fruit. The fruit, let's use that for fat burning. The donut, that's obviously for fat gains. There's nothing in your stomach that does this, ladies and gentlemen. There is no creature, no way that your body knows. Here's what your body knows, okay? Your body knows, hey, we got this amount of calories coming in, and we got this macros coming in. We got 200 calories that we just ate, and, you know, this amount of fat, this amount of protein, this amount of carbs. And your body takes that, and it does accordingly what it should, based on the calories and based on the macronutrients that it just ingested. It does not know if the sugars you ate came from an apple or from a donut. Your body does not know if you have brown rice or white rice. Your body does not know if your food was clean or it was junk food, unclean, unhealthy food, whatever shit gurus want to tell you. Your body cannot tell the difference between these things. And I know a lot of you clean-eating fucking Nazis watching this shit right now are like, you know what, Ryan? That's bullshit. Clean eating's way better, blah, blah. No, it doesn't actually show that with science at all. And then the argument always comes, what about the micronutrients, the minerals, the antioxidants? Hey, let me tell you something. If you hit the right macronutrients, you're going to hit those 99% of the time too, because no matter what, there's going to be a certain amount of macros you got to get that are going to be your wholesome, healthy, whatever foods. And then you leave your space for some of your junk foods, your cheap foods, whatever. Point is, if you hit the macros and the calories, you will get the results. No matter the foods you use, there is no foods better for burning fat, right? Like the common argument for white rice versus brown rice, right? Brown rice contains more fiber, so it's better for you for fat loss than white rice, which doesn't contain fiber. It's a faster shuttle carb. It will store fat. How does that actually equate if you hit your fiber goals for the day? Yeah, if you do the if it fits your macro style and you're not paying attention to your fiber, sure, you can run into some problems very quickly. But if you're actually doing The right style of macro tracking, the one I suggest, proteins, carbs, fats, and fibers, guess what's happening now? Now, you're getting your goals set every day, you're including that fiber goal, and that's dictating how the other nutrients are going to be digested and processed in the body, and thus what it does in turn. So again, are there magical foods for fat loss? Absolutely not. There is no difference. You can do this, right? You can literally Google search or go buy one of these stupid ebooks from one of these fake ass influencer gurus. Do whatever. Get the top 20 fat loss foods, right? You can literally change your whole diet to the top 20 fat loss foods. If you do not track your macros, if you do not track your calories, you can gain weight. You can gain fat. You can become fucking beasts eating these top whatever fat loss foods. And it's because the amounts of the foods that you would be eating are not tracked. They're not being paid attention to. They're not actually fitting for your goals. And if they're not fitting for your goals, I'll tell you what, they're damn sure not giving you the results you want. So what's the answer then? Coach Ryan, what's the answer, man? If you're saying there's no fat loss foods, there's no magic formula, there's no little fairy inside my stomach telling me what to eat, then how do I get fat loss? Basically, the way you get fat loss, ladies and gentlemen, is you need a caloric deficit. Basically means you need to eat less than you are, no matter what you're doing. If you're obese, if you're overweight, if you're a competitor trying to get lean, you're already lean, you're trying to get more lean, doesn't matter. You gotta eat less than you've been, okay? So you need a caloric deficit, about 300 to 500 calories for starters is a great place to go. And you need to break that down into macronutrients, your proteins, your carbs, your fats, and your fibers, and then you gotta hit them. Now, the food choices you make will not change the results that you get. If you can consistently hit your macros, you will get results. And this has been proven so many times, but this is still most of the common question I get. Go look at the real science, ladies and gentlemen. Go look at the real research. The stuff is showing that if your totals add up, at the end of the day, the food choices matter so much less than if you can actually hit that macros and you can actually hit those calories. If you can do those things, you can do the macros, you can do the calories, and of course have a training program to go with this, then you will get results. And you can literally eat whatever foods you want. Okay? For those of you that are thinking that this is bullshit, I'm just saying all this stuff and it sounds too good to be true, TeamFFLEX.com, try my free trial. I'll tell you more about macros. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. But the fact is, this proves it all for itself, right? If you look at all the clients that I've coached over the years, I've been a trainer now for 10 years, okay? I've been training thousands and thousands of people. I have thousands and thousands of transformations, top placing competitors across the board. I've only ever done flexible dieting. I've only ever done macro tracking. I've only ever had my athletes do that. I never put anybody on a clean eating meal plan and kept them on it for months and months. I've never done that. I've always taught people how to do macros. And you know what? All the people that were stuck forever, that literally tried every diet approach, every fad, every coach, every clean fucking ebook and guru plan that came out, they would come to me and say, you know what, this is my last resort, man. This is it. This is all I got. I've seen some of the stuff you're talking about. It's the only thing I haven't tried. And this is it. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to commit to not getting my results, basically, and being stuck where I'm at. Because I've tried everything. I've spent thousands of dollars on things and never got a result. Guess what happens? Start coaching them on a flexible diet, and you can see the damn transformations. Go to my Instagram, go to my website. You can see the insane transformations. The ones that people weren't able to achieve for 10, 15 years doing all the other shit. Put them on the flexible diet, put them on our coaching method, and now they get the results. And I'm telling them not to do the extremes they did before. I'm telling them to eat foods that they wrote off as junk foods. Stuff that other people told them they could never have again. Your candies, your sugars, your sodas, your alcohol. That's a big one. And then everything else, your donuts, your cookies, your ice cream, any pizzas, burritos, all this stuff that people want to have, but they're told on these extreme, fad diets and these coach bro science approaches that you can't have them. And in reality, you absolutely can. And when you have a more balanced diet, a more regulated diet, one that does not focus on a healthy eating disorder where you can't eat anything else, you can only eat chicken and fucking brown rice and tilapia, well, guess what? When you actually build a balanced nutrient profile in your body and you know that you can have whatever foods you want, your body responds well. You don't end up binging out on a pizza all of a sudden. You don't end up overeating your macros every day. You don't end up having an issue all the time. And when you can really get that dial, when you can really get that set, that's when results come. And that's how you get a transformation that looks like it took you years in just a couple months. And it's in reality because all the other approaches and all the other things are flawed from the start. They're built for you to fail so they can resell you on some bullshit. What I've always believed in is do the long term, do the sustainable, do what's going to work for the long term, and be sustainable, right? Don't do a diet that you can't maintain for more than a week or 2 weeks. Don't do something like that that's just going to be, a month or 3 months, even a challenge, a prep, and then you fall off because you can't maintain it. Learn how to balance your nutrition so that you can have the best of both worlds, all the damn time, right? You can have the cheap foods, the junk foods, and you can eat clean and get the good, health, whatever benefits of having wholesome foods. You can have the correlation of both. And if you want results long term, I'll tell you straight up, it's the only way to get it. It's the best way to get it. It's worked, again, for thousands and thousands of my clients. Go to TeamFFLEX.com if you want to see some of these damn transformations and testimonials. It's real. I've done it. I know it works. I know that everybody out there who's saying you can't do it is feeding you some bullshit. They probably want to put you on a meal plan and then charge you for that, then charge you for the supplements got to go with the meal plan, and then charge you for the next plan in a week, and then charge you. It's all bullshit. If you want real results, you want real progress, you want sustainable long-term success, then you got to do what's going to get you there. You got to do the sustainable approach that's going to last in the long term. If you can't maintain it, you damn sure won't fucking sustain it, ladies and gentlemen. And if you can't sustain it, what's the point of even doing it at all right? So how do you actually get your nutrients and all this balance, right? How do you know how to do this? I've always said it's 80-20. I've talked about it on the show before. If you haven't seen the show before, that's why I'm going to cover it again. And if you have, then this will be some good information for you, because no matter who you are, how good you are at doing this shit, you can always do it better. I always have talked about the 80-20 being the best way to go about your macronutrients, okay? So for one, don't do the meal plans, don't do the fad diets, don't do the ebooks, don't do your fucking friends plan, don't do the shit that your favorite influencer on Instagram does. Do something that's custom for you. You gotta know where your calories need to be, you gotta know where your macros need to be, you gotta have both those things done. If you don't have that, don't fucking listen to anything else I'm about to say, because those are the first steps that are absolutely required. You gotta have your own custom plan. You gotta have your own custom approach. You want help? Go to TeamFFLEX.com, we'll get you set up. Point is, you gotta have those customs. You gotta have that be for you. Nobody is like you on planet Earth. So if you think that you can do your friend's plan or some plan you saw on Google or some other garbage shit, I'll tell you what's gonna happen. Nothing. You might get a little bit of short-term result because going from doing nothing to something will help. But in the end, it's not going to work. You're going to fall off. You're going to have wasted time, money probably, and that's just not worth it. So make sure you get the right custom approach, the right plan. I strongly suggest you get a coach that knows how to do this, all right? TeamFFLEX.com if you want us to help you there. Anyway, once you get those numbers, now it comes down to actually hitting them, right? And so how do you hit them? What balance should you go for? I've always said 80-20 is the best balance that I recommend for everyone that I've coached. It's the one that I've coached for thousands of success stories and people all over, competitors, lifestyle clients, everybody. And in the end, it has been a great approach for everybody. So 80% of your foods that you eat on any given day should be your kind of wholesome, healthy, whatever kind of foods. Your lean meats, your vegetables, your proteins, your fruits, this type of stuff that basically when you eat it, it's good for you, okay? You're all adults, you all know what I mean. Macaroni and cheese with fucking Cheetos for dinner is not it's not the healthiest dinner you could have made yourself, right? You could have had something like, maybe some steak and potatoes with some type of greens or a salad. Those things are all great. That fits into your 80%, all right? And then we have our 20% every single day where we're talking about your cheap foods, your junk foods, your high variety foods. This is where I say to mix it up. Stick to your staple 80-20, for most of the time. If you like having eggs, bacon, and oatmeal for breakfast, eat that. Eat that in your 80%. Every day mix it up with that 20. And with the 20, you can fit some cheap foods in. It could be some ice cream. It could be a slice of pizza. Could be a breakfast burrito or something like that. Depends on where your macros are at. Depends on what foods you like. But the point is, that's your high variety where you can fit some stuff in that's going to, basically keep you balanced. Because in reality, if you go 100% of the 80% foods all the time, you're going to fall off eventually. And if you do too much of the 20% foods, you're going to have a problem. You're probably not going to get results because it'll be very hard to hit your macros. So the 80-20 approach is a nice balanced approach where you can get the best of both worlds, and it makes it very easy to hit your macros, ladies and gentlemen. Very easy to get results if you can constantly hit your macros. Let's not forget, there are no magical fat-burning foods. You can't just go into this thinking that you can eat whatever fat-burning food and you're going to get results. It doesn't exist. It's guru bullshit. Straight up, you can eat whatever foods you want. If you hit your macro goals, your calories, your proteins, your carbs, your fats, and your fibers, you will get results. Doesn't matter what else you do. Doesn't matter what you eat. Doesn't matter if you eat fucking those calories in 10 meals or one, you will get results if you hit those goals. If you hit the macros, you hit the calories, you're getting results, okay? So that's the take home from this. The 80-20 is a nice split for balance that I suggest to everybody I coach. I set them up on that. And I would suggest that for you. I would suggest that be a starting point for you and all that, okay? So if you're going to go about that approach, if you want the long-term, the sustainable approach, the thing that's going to work, this is the best way to do it. I kid you not, all right? And again, doesn't matter what your goal is, doesn't matter what type of client you are. You could be 450 pounds, you could be, extremely overweight, you could be a little bit overweight, 10, 15, 20 pounds overweight, you could be a competitor trying to get stage lean, you could be any damn person watching this right now. And this approach will work best for you, I guarantee you, if you go track your macros, if you know your calories, and then here's the final bit. You got to adapt them. You got to be able to adapt. You got to be able to adjust. You got to be able to progress this. As you go along your journey, okay, and as you are getting results, you will have to adjust the numbers that you use and the calories that you use. It is just a simple fact of actually making progress. This is, again, why I never am a fan of these stupid fucking meal plans these coaches make and these people try to sell you in the Google, the websites, whatever, these ebooks with the one plan. That doesn't work for a long term. For example, I'm 280 pounds, okay? If I wanted to lose weight, let's say I wanted to go to 250. So if I'm starting a plan right now, 280, to lose weight, by the time I get to 260, let's say, could be 270. But for just the sense of the video, let's say it's 260. By the time I get to 260, I can guarantee you the plan that I started at 280 will not work to get me to 250 at that point. Because if I made it that extreme in the beginning, I would have fallen off. And if I am actually following the plan as I'm supposed to, I will need to actually adjust it based on where I'm progressing. Based on, okay, my weigh-in, based on my body fat percentage, based on my check-ins, based on where I'm at, I'm going to need to adjust it. Now that I'm at 260, the plan for where I was at 280 will no longer get me further down. So now at 260, again, I need to start that process again. I need to say, okay, what calories do I need now? What macros do I need now? What am I going to eat now? Where am I going to be now? How am I going to continue to go down to get to my goal of 250, right? And so then I can reassess the plan, I can do it again, and I can go down the approach. And this is what must be done for every type of person. This is what a competitor does on their prep. This is what someone who's obese that needs to lose weight does. This is for what somebody who's a lifestyle client who's a little bit overweight, maybe wants to look better in their damn swimsuit when they got a trip coming up or something, they need to be doing. And in reality, nobody damn does this. Coaches are lazy. They don't go and build you these plans. They don't want to coach you that intensely. They don't want to pay attention. They don't want to actually adapt and adjust things the way they should. And all these plans that are on the internet that are one-offs like these ebooks or, these forums and all this other shit, that doesn't work for any longer than just a short period of time. See how things can get muddled and they can get mixed up and they can get messed up is based on the fact that people continually do things that are only going to get them part of the way. Or they do things that are supposed to get them the whole way, but they're way too extreme and not sustainable, and therefore they fall off and they'll never get it. I'll tell you this straight up. I know this about dieting. If you don't adjust your program as you go, you won't ever get the goal. And if you start too extreme and you think that you can do it faster, you won't ever get that damn goal. And in reality, that is true no matter what. I'll tell you that's true for anyone who's ever yo-yoed, anyone who's ever rebounded, anybody that ever looked great and they it looked really fucking shitty and you're like, what happened to that person? It's because they did one of those two things. They either went at it way too extreme, way too hardcore, and they fell off, right? That happens to so many people. Or they didn't adjust the plan, and so they couldn't maintain the results that they got and couldn't get to the end game goal anyway most of the time. So the solution here, everybody watching, if you've made it this damn far, is that you gotta get the right macros, you gotta know your calories, you gotta know where that's at, you gotta start tracking, you gotta hit those goals. There are no magical fat burning foods. I'm gonna tell you again, I've told you 20 times in this video, no magical fat burning foods. Hit your damn macro goals, hit your calorie goals, and you will get results every time. As you go though, you must progress, you must adjust, and never do things too extreme. Again, in the beginning of the video I said start with a 300 to 500 calorie deficit so that you can have sustainable fat loss, sustainable weight loss. You preserve lean muscle mass, you slowly remove the body fat so that you can get to a physique that's lean and muscular where everybody wants to be, toned for the ladies, whatever. Doesn't matter where you're at, you want that same thing. And you're all gonna get there if you do it right, you do it slow, you do it sustainable, you do the right approach, the one that will last. Because then what happens is, instead of getting results for 12 weeks that are great, you can have results for fucking 12, 20, 50, 60 years that are great if you actually follow the right approaches, the right methods, you constantly adapt and you adjust and you focus on that goal in front of you and you make sure that you're moving down the path, all right? So again, if you want help, the best thing I suggest is to get a coach. We do it at TeamFFLEX.com. Me or one of my awesome coaches will help get you set up. TeamFFLEX.com right now. Subscribe to our trial. We'll get you set on that. We'll show you how it looks. We'll show you how to train. We'll show you how your nutrition needs to be. And it's free. Nothing can beat that. It's fucking free, fam. Go check that out. I'm one of the only guys in the game that would be giving this kind of stuff out, I guarantee you. Alright, so I hope you do that at the very least though. Please, if you don't, if you're one of those people that are just like, no, whatever, I don't want to try it, I just want to give up the ability to have world-class coaching for free, then at least make sure that you understand that doing things extreme is never going to work, and if you don't have something that adapts, it's never going to work. And lastly, and most importantly, there are no magical fat-burning foods. There is nothing you can do to eat that's going to make you burn fat better than tracking your damn macros, hitting your goals consistently, and progressing as you move forward. This is Protein Power. I'm Ryan Milton. Every single Monday, I'll be right here giving you the power to handle your own nutrition. I appreciate you all watching, making it this far. If you got anything out of this video, please share it for me and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. I'll be back here next Monday. Coach Rye is out.